Okay, we are live right now. Okay, live right now. I hope you guys are all having a great, I hope that you guys are all having a great weekend. Okay, anyone who needs help, just invite me and I will help you out here. Hello, Luca. Hey, everyone. Luan, King Cup Gaming, Jake, John, Abijot, if I'm reading your name correctly, Ryan, Mizor, Lexi, Polly, Wesidento. Hey, Mitchell. Hey, Raccoon. Adrian. Hey, None. A couple weeks ago, I kind of wanted to make my custom cosplay for this year. GTA 6 is coming out, and so I thought I, would use this. I just hope the same suit and mask is available in GTA 6, so, because that would really suck if I can't make my character dressed up like this, so. Hey, Pro, I wanted to drop by to thank you for being an amazing person and content creator. Thank you, Arkham. I never got the chance to play that game. A lot of people told me to play it. It's the last PS2 Call of Duty, really. Who needs help selling? Invite me if anyone needs help selling. Would I do a lore video on Phil? I don't know if there's really anything to do on Phil. Phil was... I did kind of talk about Phil with my, my video on Pegorino last year. I made a section on Phil in that video. I'm gonna make a video on talking about if Ray's a rat. That's a video I want to talk about, too. My favorite business? The MC businesses. Or maybe the nightclub. A lore video on Ray Machowski. Actually, I actually had that planned, so I have a whole list of lore projects that I never got around to, but I have them written down. And one of the thing on the list is a video on Ray Machowski and the other cop. Damn, I forget his name. The one who worked with Tony Cipriani and then Claude later killed him. Forget his name. I remember Ray's name, but McCaffrey, yeah, that's him, McCaffrey, that's the guy. About the Billy Gray lore video, I would like to do a video more on who called the cops on him. Blinded Eagle, can you invite me to your business? Is Father Elijah from New Vegas Dead Money a psychopath or a sociopath? Neither. He's neither a psychopath nor a sociopath. He's gone insane. 15 months. Wow, time flies. Will you also be, ever do a playthrough Dying Light 1? And will you do a lore video on Johnny Klebitz or Luis in the future? I don't have an... I'm sorry for my slower voice today, guys. A little bit of a sore throat, but thank you Golden Stripe for being a member of my channel for a year and 3 months. But I don't really have a plan for a lore video for Luis, at least not anytime soon, but I do have a plan for a Johnny lore video before GTA 6 comes out. Pro, did I remove channel memberships? No, I didn't. I keep crashing my bike. Thank you, Mikey. No, I didn't remove channel memberships. Does everybody still have memberships? I think I see the green names, so, I don't think so. Which city in the 3D universe of GTA is the safest to live in? Probably Las Venturas. Yeah, I'd probably say Las Venturas is probably the safest one. Thank you, Mr. Jesus, for the super chat. Because Las Venturas, when you really think about it, is the only city that doesn't really have street gangs. There are no street gangs in Las Venturas. Now, I know some people are going to say the Mafia, but the Mafia aren't really a street gang, so they don't hang out on the streets, so you can't see the Mafia on the streets in Las Venturas. So, Las Venturas is really the only city that has no street gangs, so I would say Las Venturas is probably the safest city in the GTA world, yeah. It's okay, King Luke. Sacre Blue, where's me? Wait, what? Yeah, I could play Red Dead Redemption one day, the multiplayer, the first one. I could, you know, the thing about that is that would actually make a very excellent lore video. Speaking of which, that would make an excellent lore video, and the lore video would be the lore video would be ranking all the GTA cities from like safest to most dangerous. But I would have to wait for GTA 6 to come out because I want to see how dangerous Vice City is in GTA 6. Because Vice City and GTA 6 can probably be very different than Vice City in GTA Vice City and Vice City Stories. Yeah, the Mike Torino lore video I got planned. But let me ask you guys, would you guys prefer the video to be ranking the cities from safest to most dangerous, or ranking the cities from dangerous to most safe? But I'm not going to release that video until GTA 6 comes out, because I have to, it'll be kind of stupid ranking all the GTA cities for then GTA 6 to come out in a couple months and not cover that one. Safest to dangerous. Okay, safe to dangerous. Hey Nikki, I'm good. How are you? And thank you Jake for the super chat too. Near Bun Seimon safe point. Bun Seimon. What part of the map is that, Wasabi guy? Well, my next part I'm gonna be doing Kiryu, so I guess I'm not gonna be able to do that one. But on the next Majima part, I'll be make sure to do that one. I do have two Kiryu storylines, sub-stories, active on my map that I haven't done yet. One of them is where there's like a child in the middle of the street, and the other one is where like a bunch of people are lined up in front of this store, like around a corner. Are any of those relevant to the business? Like managers or advisors? Those are the two sub-stories I have on my map right now, but I'll do them probably on the next part. Oh, and you guys know what city would probably be number one on the most dangerous city in the GTA world? I think most people would know that one. The most dangerous city in the GTA world. That one's kind of easy. Hi Pro, how did I emulate Mega Man Legends? Thank you, Edwin, for the super chat. My friend, a couple years ago, my best friend, he's really good at computers. He helped me set up a PS1 emulator, and I put Mega Man Legends in and played it from there. It's Carcer City. Carcer City, I think we can agree, is the most dangerous city in the GTA world. Even though we don't see it in the GTA game, it takes place in the GTA world, because it's, Manhunt does take place in the GTA world. Blinded Eagle, what's going on? Or are we selling anything right now? Or whose MC am I in right now? I'm in King Luke. King Luke, what are we doing right now? Are we selling anything? Okay, Blind Eagle, do you watch UFC or boxing? If you do, who are your favorite fighters? Thank you for the super chat, Mando, Manastu21. I don't watch any UFC. I don't like, the reason I don't like UFC is I don't like them, like, rolling around and stuff. It's not been, you know, something I like personally. I like boxing more. If I'm gonna watch something fighting, I watch boxing. I like them just trying to knock each other out standing up. When it comes to fighters, I actually don't know that many fighters. If there's boxing, like, on TV, I'll watch it. But I don't know many of the fighters. I am interested in the sport generally. I wouldn't consider myself, like, a major fan because I don't know many of them. But I did, when there was that Mike Tyson fight, Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight, I watched that whole thing, but not only did that, I watched all the other fights before that, too. But I have to say, my favorite boxing fight in 2024, it was oh, I guess he's not selling. Okay, my favorite boxing fight in 2024 is that that one fight that was before Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. I forget the name of the fighters, but I remember one of the fighters, she was from Puerto Rico, and the other fighter, she was from, I think it was Ireland. And, like, that was, like, the best boxing fight I've seen in a very long time was that one. Does anyone know the fight I'm talking about? It was, like, the two female boxers that were fighting each other before Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. I personally, I felt like the Puerto Rican girl won that fight. I don't think the Irish girl won that fight. I don't think that the judges were fair to her. Join minifigs, but yeah, like I don't get this personally. Like, a lot of people make fun of, like, female boxing, but the female boxing was way better. Like, that fight was way better than all the other men's fights that day. Yeah, so you agree with me though. So yeah, I felt like the Puerto Rican girl won that fight too. I don't think the Irish girl won that fight. Love from Jamaica. Thank you, Case. Okay, Toxic. What is your opinion on the Darman content, Pat? About Darman is, I've seen some of his videos in the past, and some of his videos, they give, like, important, like, life lessons and stuff like that, and they give good advice, but I heard that there's, like, a massive controversy about Darman, that even though he made, like, he makes videos where he constantly, like, criticizes greedy and selfish people, but yet supposedly, and I don't know how true this is, that he didn't even pay his staff completely. Is that true? That he, like, ripped off his staff? Thank you, Ephelis, for the super chat. So he makes videos apparently, like, criticizing greedy and selfish people, and yet apparently he doesn't pay his staff. Underpaid as actors, yeah. And I will tell you, oh, Luke, what's going on, man? Hang on, there you go, he going here. But I will also say, do you know those Darman videos? I never really liked them that much, and the reason I never liked them that much because they're not real stories. If you want to watch something better than Darman, then watch those videos. Watch those videos like those like YouTube Reddit videos, like I got my revenge in a greedy manager or something like that. Like there's like plenty of those videos of like those YouTube channels that are just like reading Reddit stories, and even though you don't actually see the actors, just like listening to the stories, and the stories could be fake, but I'd like to believe that they're real because people said that they're real and they posted about their experiences. But there's like plenty of those videos on YouTube you can watch where like people like, well, YouTubers will like read Reddit stories, and it'll be like about some greedy boss that basically got screwed over. Like he was so greedy that it backfired on him really bad. But there's plenty of those videos, and I always found those videos to be much more entertaining. Thank you, Dylan Ham. Hey, Pro, wondering if you had time to sell a few businesses with me later. Also, screw Take-Two. Yeah, I can help you. Are you in the session, Dylan Ham? I don't know. I don't know about what Musk did. I would have to read up more about it before I give an opinion. So I don't know much about this. And I don't want to really get into politics either. Hello, Pat. Hope you and everyone here are doing well this evening. Since you received so many suggestions for videos and playthroughs, how do you keep track of these video ideas and upcoming projects all in my head? Most of it is in my head. I have like a list of some videos, but most of the stuff I just remember. So like most of the projects that I've planned, I just basically remember it. But the thing about this is sometimes I get a bit overwhelmed with the suggestions, because it's like sometimes people will come to my channel and they'll be like, can you make a lore video on this, and like make a lore video on this, and I'll tell them, yeah, I can do that. And like it's like I have a list of projects to work on, and what happens is like a few months pass by, I make a few other lore videos, and then sometimes people come back to the comment section and they get a bit pissed and they say, oh, you never made this lore video. It's like I had so many other lore videos and projects that I've been working on, but sometimes it can get a bit overwhelming because so many people want me to do so many different lore videos, and people want me to also do different playthroughs, and I'm trying my best to do as many of them as I can. And that Rider lore video, it's coming out in 13 days, so 13 days left, and the Rider lore video will finally be posted. I'm excited to finally get that out. That's a video I've worked on for some time, so people are gonna really like that one. But I was so pissed that it's like 30 days delay on the Rider lore video because of the copyright claim. Darman is not to be realistic, but to give a good message, even if it's a little cringe. I guess, yeah. Thank you, Nikki. But I heard there was controversy. There was a controversy about him, though, supposedly underpaying actors. Doesn't the video release have the 30 days still of demonetization? No, it doesn't. If you make, because the thing about Take-Two Interactive is that Take-Two Interactive, the vast majority of their copyright claims, if you actually dispute them, they never respond. So like they never bother to respond. And the annoying thing is you have to wait 30 days. And the thing about this is I used to have a feature on my channel, and the feature it was like a year ago, and the feature only existed for like a week. That's how long the feature existed for. After a week it was gone, but it was such a helpful feature. And what it was when I had a copyright claim, I could like take an extra step and dispute the claim even more. And if I did that, the time limit from 30 days would change to 7 days. So the person who made the copyright claim had to respond to me within 7 days. If it doesn't, the video goes back in my favor, and then they can never claim it again. But then they took that feature out, and now I have to wait 30 days again. So that's what I just personally find so annoying about that. So basically, after 30 days, the copyright claim is released, and then Take-Two Interactive cannot claim the video anymore at that point. They can never make another copyright claim on the video again. If they've had 30 days to respond, and they didn't. Yeah, I'm considering going to Florida this year for a GTA 6 lore video. It doesn't change the fact that Harman's content sucks. You mean Darman? And thank you, Ephelist. Damn, I'm having such terrible luck on the motorcycle today. I love this channel. Thank you, dude. Wait, what is that, Pep? Creepy pasta? What is that? The most angry I've ever been at anything? I don't know. That's a tough thing to answer. Yes, I heard about that. The video I made about that guy a year ago, the guy who stole that woman's house in New York, he finally got arrested and sentenced, yeah. Creepypastas are horror stories? Oh. Okay. Well, I made a video about it yesterday with the Vice City thing, but it's stupid what Take-Two is doing. Okay, that's all the boats already gone, okay. Yo, your internet's working? Okay, Minifig. That's good. What's your question, Aki? And thank you for the super chat. Favorite Sopranos episode? When Chris and Polly were stuck in the Pine Barrens. I know you're generally a chill guy. When was the last a time when you lost your cool and were really angry at a toxic player? Not really on stream, but there was a situation. What was it? There was a situation of. This happened on DMZ. Does anybody know the game DMZ? Because that game DMZ, I play DMZ a lot. It's probably my favorite Call of Duty mode. The mode in Modern Warfare 2, I still play it. I like the survival elements of it in the open world. And like a couple weeks ago, there was this Portuguese guy that he was basically in my squad. And one thing I really hate that people do in DMZ, like I really hate it, is I hate when people just run off on their own. Like, they don't stay with the squad, they don't get loot with the squad, and they just go for kills. Like, right away, the second they start, they just rush going for kills. And so, this Portuguese guy basically just, like, ran across the map. I told him, stay with the team, dude, stay with the team. He's not saying anything on the mic, his mic is muted. And then afterwards, he dies, and he starts, like, complaining. He's like, you guys aren't backing me up, you guys aren't helping me, and just, like, you know, and just giving me, like, a toxic attitude. And I was like, dude, I told you several times, stay with the squad, let's get some money together, get some loot, get some 2-plate, 3-plate vests, and then we can go fight players. We're not going to go and fight players at the beginning of the, you know, match with 1 plate. It's like, if you have a 1 plate, and you're going by yourself solo to fight 3-man squads. You're an idiot. And literally, I was telling this guy, he was just cursing me out, you know, just yelling a bunch of things at me. I know he was Portuguese because I checked his profile later, and it said that his language is Portuguese. He had, like, an accent. He could have been from Brazil, so maybe there's that too. So I don't know if he's Brazilian or Portuguese, but so I can't tell a Brazilian or a Portuguese accent apart. But it was but basically that was it. It was like he was just getting into an argument with me, yelling at me, and I told him you should have stayed with the squad, you should not have gone for kills, and he's telling me that the point of DMZ is to go and kill players. Like, no, the point of DMZ is to go loot and complete missions. You go, you get keys, you open up buildings, you get documents, you complete missions, and if you encounter players along the way, you kill them, sure. But the point of DMZ is not to just go and kill every single person on the map, it's to gather loot, gather supplies, gather money, gather valuables. That's the point of DMZ, not to kill every single person on the map. But I got into an argument with the guy on that. That was one of the, I kind of lost my cool at that point. I was actually yelling at him. So, like, I wasn't as calm as I'm here. I was actually yelling at him. I wasn't, like, cursing him out, but I was yelling at him because I was a bit pissed. Because I cannot stand people like that just don't stay with the team. They run off on their own, they die, and then they complain and they blame the rest of the team. Hey Pro, first time super chatting on your streams. I watch your grinding streams from 6 years ago while I grind on GTA. It keeps me entertained while I grind. I hope your day is good. Thank you, Bryson Parker. And if you loved my grinding streams from 6 years ago, Bryson, we're gonna continue that again. In GTA 6, we are gonna go for $1 billion again in GTA 6 Online. So we're gonna go for that goal, and I'm gonna make guides like I did back in the day for all the businesses and stuff like that in GTA 6. We'll do it. So I think you'll love the channel this year. Let me see, Fraz, hey Pro, I hope you had a great day. I want to ask, which protagonist do you like the most in Yakuza 0, Kiryu or Majima? And why? Thanks. Thank you for the super chat. And what currency is that, the IDR? I don't think I've ever seen that one before. I'm just curious what that one is, but thank you for the super chat, dude. My favorite character in Yakuza 0, I would say probably Majima. And I like Kiryu too, but the reason I like Majima a bit more than Kiryu is because the difference between Majima and Kiryu, for example, is that Kiryu is less ruthless. Like Majima is more ruthless. That's what I've noticed about them. Like for example, that situation where when Majima encountered those punks that basically beat him up, and he met them like a second time. What basically happened is Majima just basically beat the crap out of them like no mercy. If that was Kiryu probably would have given them a warning and probably told them, get the hell out of here, or I'm gonna hurt you. But Majima, there's no warnings whatsoever. He's just gonna literally beat the crap out of you. So that's what I just liked about Majima more, is I just like that he's a bit more ruthless than Kiryu. I don't know. I kind of felt personally like Kiryu was more of a good guy in the Yakuza. That's kind of what I felt about Kiryu. I feel like Majima isn't necessarily an evil guy, but he's more like an actual Yakuza. That's what I would say about him. But did I get my analysis of Kiryu and Majima right? That Majima is a bit more ruthless than Kiryu. You don't remember Baby Einstein, do you? Wait, what are you talking about, Vertigo? Oh, it's Indonesian. Okay, thank you, dude. Do you think Sonny set up Tommy in the beginning of Vice City? Yes, you definitely did. Thank you, Zombie Fanatic. Did you hear that some Dacian artifacts were stolen from a Dutch museum? No, I didn't hear about that. I probably shouldn't have gone up the hills here. I guess you're right, Mark. Well, there's definitely going to be GTA 6 Online, 100%. There's no way there's not going to be. There's going to be. Loving the Yakuza extras, thank you. Hey FTV, how are you? Oh, FTV, I wanted to ask you a question. I remember about the Max Payne 3 playthrough. I wanted to know, is it okay if I start the Max Payne 3 playthrough on February 7th? I know I told you by the end of January, but I could still start it at the end of January. It would just be a lot easier for me to finish up the remaining Yakuza videos, and I have a few Sniper Elite Resistance videos to put out, because that's coming out on the 27th, but I could do it on the February 7th if you want, but if not, I could start Max Payne 3 in like a couple days here, if you want. Can't wait for Pro to do all the karaoke songs and disco dances. Yeah, I'll do those too. I don't even know how you make a hairstyle like that, like the mohawk. You know, that's, no, the mask isn't really that annoying to wear. You know what the most annoying mask to wear is that I've had on a playthrough? Can anyone here guess what the most annoying mask that I've worn during a playthrough is? The most uncomfortable one? This mask is actually probably the comfiest mask out of all of them. Gas mask, Call of Duty 4 remaster? No, the gas mask from Call of Duty 4 was actually surprisingly, fine. The ghost mask, was fine too. There was really no problems with it. Nope, not the Juggernaut, not all of that one. The most uncomfortable mask on a, the most uncomfortable mask I wore in a playthrough was the wolf mask from Payday 3. So when I made my Payday 3 videos, like over a year ago, the wolf mask, that was the most uncomfortable one. It's tight on your face, it's like really tight, and it's a little hard to breathe through it. It's not impossible to breathe through it, but it's a bit annoying. But FTV, is that okay? What would you like? I just wanted to know. Please do the playthrough in January. I can't wait to see you play the game. I'll support every part of your playthrough. Okay, but I won't start it until January 31st. I have to, because I just have a few Yakuza videos I have to wrap up. But thank you for sponsoring the channel, FTV, for 5 months. How much money do you spend on your outfits? Some of them can be a bit pricey. It depends on the outfit. No, he's talking about Max Payne 3, Chaz. You classified modern voice acting as the South for Mid-Atlantic? Wait, what, Ethelist? What do you... Wait, does VA mean voice acting, or... Wait, can you explain? You don't have to super chat me again. What do you mean? The most expensive cosplay? Probably the Watch Dogs one, or... Oh, Modern Virginia. I'm sorry, how could I miss VA for voice acting, Virginia? Do I classify Modern Virginia as the South or the Mid-Atlantic? Technically, I think technically Virginia counts as the South. There is also West Virginia, which is a little bit more northern, and Hey Pat, I hope you're doing well. Do you see yourself ever making Fallout New Vegas playthrough, even lore videos in that game? Yeah, about Fallout New Vegas is, I want to make a playthrough of it. I still have to do a playthrough of the, but before I do the Fallout New Vegas, I have to do the DLCs for Fallout 3. Hey Pat, hope you're doing well. Do you see yourself ever making a Fallout New Vegas playthrough, and maybe even lore videos on that game? Oh yeah, I'm sorry I read it a second time, but thank you, Dwevi. And I will do Fallout New Vegas. I just have to do Fallout 3 DLCs first. Well, it's the very end of January, FTV. I'll do it. It's just It just I just have a bunch of the Yakuza videos to still upload, but I will do it. I will do the Max Payne 3 playthrough FTV. I promise you that. Because Yakuza, I still have to upload the extra videos for Yakuza, and I have to upload the Mercenaries videos. And the thing about the Yakuza videos FTV is the Yakuza videos. When I process them, they take about 6 hours to process because it's like a 2-hour video and it's 4K. It's like a 5 to 6 hour video to process, and in that time, I don't really like to record anything else while that's doing that because sometimes it'll lag the video. So it's so that's yeah. I'm just trying to finish the Yakuza videos and early stream today, yeah. But I will do Max Payne 3. You'll see Max Payne 3 on the 31st. I promise you, Max Payne 3 will be on the 31st. I do have a video coming out on the 27th, Sniper Elite Resistance, unboxing the creator's kit they gave me, and also part 1 of that. So I'm gonna have a bunch of playthroughs up, the Sniper Elite Resistance, Mercenaries, and Yakuza, and Max Payne 3. But Yakuza's about to be finished. Yakuza only has a few parts left. It's the extras, it's like the sub-stories. Are there a lot of the sub-stories, Chaz? $100 sub-stories between both characters. Oh, man. That's a lot of sub-stories. Yeah, Miles Edgeworth Ace Attorney Investigations, that one too. Oh man, yeah, there's a lot of the a lot of playthroughs to do. It's gonna be a little hard to do them all at once, but I'll do it. I missed a super chat? Oh, I'm sorry. Let me see here. Hey, hi, got to go, man. Sorry, this is short. Take care. No, you don't have to apologize. It's fine, Nikki. I always appreciate any super chat. Thank you, dude. Hey, Patrick, do you think that the DEA should be reformed? You're talking about Drug Enforcement Administration. The thing about DEA... Oh, and thank you, FTV, for the super chat. Did you want to say something, FTV? Because I see your super chat is blank. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about DEA. We left. Oh wait, we left the third van. And we never took it. Oh. Well, I didn't know that there was a, I didn't know there was a third van still. No, I don't really watch football, dude. Oh, you just want to donate? Okay. Now, and also, guys, do you know what I really want to do? I really want to do a playthrough of that Vice City Next Gen mod. I do want to do a playthrough of it, but I'm scared. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm scared that my videos are going to get taken down by Take-Two. If they get copyright claimed, I'm not really concerned with getting them copyright claimed, but strike, I'm scared of them getting strike. That's what I'm scared of, because 3 strikes and your channel gets deleted. That's what I'm kind of scared of. I know nobody else has been striked who's played the mod, but we haven't. Probably best to wait a month to see if anything like that happens. Okay, now about the DEA, here's what I'll say about the DEA. The DEA, I don't know if the DEA really needs any reforms. If anything, the DEA could be strengthened. If anything, to fight like the cartels, to like deal with the cartel problem, because the DEA primarily, primarily they go after drug traffickers. But the thing about the DEA, what I'll say about them is that the DEA is probably the most misunderstood agency because like it's like I've seen like YouTube comments of like people like saying bad things about the DEA, and they're like saying, oh, the DEA works with the cartels and like they help, you know, smuggle drugs and stuff like that. I don't know where that stuff is coming from personally, but do you know what government agency were the ones who were smuggling the drugs? It was the CIA. The CIA were the ones who worked at the cartels. They were the ones who smuggled the drugs. The DEA didn't really do that. And the DEA actually hate the CIA. So if anything, it's not the DEA that needs to be reformed, it's the CIA. The CIA needs to either be reformed or abolished. I personally think it should be abolished. I think the CIA should be completely closed down because it's done so many bad things. But most DEA agents are good people that just want to stop these drug cartels and stop these drug traffickers. That's it. The CIA, on the other hand, you got some really bad people in there that, like, you know, worked with these cartels before, destabilized governments, supported military coups, you know, involved in assassinations. So really, the CIA are the guys who are really the bad guys, not really the DEA. Well, I would agree with you. I would agree with you that I think ATF should probably be abolished too. That federal agency doesn't really do much good, and they've caused a lot of problems too. So yeah, the DEA has actually done good. They've taken down entire, you know, drug trafficking organizations, but ATF hasn't really done anything good. So it's the most evil character in Yakuza 0, Dojima, or Laugui. No, I've got like 1,308,000,000. Oh wait, the hardest cosplay to do. I don't know. Maybe actually the Juggernaut cosplay for GTA 5 playthrough. Thank you, Kiwi. Dude, I don't have the super chat option in my country, but could you at least look at my comment? Yeah, and Aki, you don't need to super chat me for me to read your comment. There's just a lot of comments that are popping up, and sometimes I don't see all of them. So, if I don't see your comment, just post it again. I'm not gonna time you out for spamming. Have you heard of Michael Franchise? Yes, yes, he's a former, capo in the Gambino family. Yes, allies. One day, Morn. Do I think there'll be another DLC before GTA 6? Yes, one more DLC. This summer it's the final DLC. My birthday's on February 3rd, but I won't be on stream due to time zone differences. But can I get an early shout out as you're my favorite YouTuber? Also, any advice for the 20s? Happy early birthday, Aki, bro. What just happened? I guess that was probably an accident. Advice for your 20s? I would say don't panic. Don't panic. Enjoy your 20s. I'm actually surprised my 20s are gone because I'm 30. It felt kind of weird when I turned 30. Not necessarily like a bad or a good thing, but it just felt a bit weird. I have never really played the Stalker games, but I've played the Metro games. I've played the 2 of the Metro games, Last Light, and 2033. Thank you, Mark Milton. Or Mitten, not Milton, Mitten. Thoughts on doing DoorDash? It's fine, and the thing is, DoorDash is really the perfect job for like college students that are trying to get extra money because you can just do it on your time whenever you want, really. So it's not going to interrupt your studies. Just do it whenever you want. It's not, the best paying job, but it's a nice thing that you can just start it up and do it whenever. My favorite Phoenix Wright character, Edgeworth. I haven't started Drifter Kids. I don't think it's going to take that long, Joseph. We're probably going to get most of the drip feed by March. Hey, Menace.
Hey, invoice. Hey.
No, I won't play Mercenaries 2 right after Mercenaries 1, but I will do Mercenaries 2 sometime this year. Before GTA 6 comes out, I'll play Mercenaries 2. Well, they didn't really take down the Vice City mod, they just took down the channel. Well, if you search up the thing is though is that the most hated American government agency outside the U.S. like internationally is the CIA. Like it's the most hated worldwide. That's in America. The most hated American agency inside America itself. It's either the IRS or the ATF. So generally, if you search up the IRS or the ATF, generally you're not going to hear any positive stories about them. You guys got 8 people. Can you help sell? Sure, Christine. After this sale, I will leave and I'll help you sell. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, crap. I need to do that. Ow. You need to make more lore videos than playthroughs, Pro. Fix the delays at least. I am trying to make more lore videos. I got a lot of playthroughs right now to do, but I would have had a lore video out for you 2 weeks ago if it wasn't for, you know, the stupid copyright claim from Take-Two Interactive. Yeah, I'm gonna stop driving the bike today. I'm having such bad luck with it. What's your question, Isaiah? There's a new director of the CIA. No, I didn't hear about it. No, I've never played Fallout 1 or 2, but I have watched playthroughs of it. Oh, okay. I can help. Well, I can help Aiden after this, Christine. Just tell if Aiden finishes the sale, tell him to wait, and I'll join right after this. What is a good thing the CIA did besides the OSS? Honestly, I don't really know. I'm sure there are good things the CIA has done, but it's just the vast majority of the things through history they have not done good things. Kingdom Come Deliverance, I have to play the first one. I have the first one, I never finished it. I have to play that one too. But it's been kind of crazy that the first one came out 7 years ago in February 2018. I remember that one too. I know, I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to make more lore videos. I'm sorry, dude. I've been so busy with just so many things. Well, whenever I play the Elder Scrolls games, I generally play as like a bad person when I play the Elder Scrolls games. Yes, I know that, Flaming Eel. No, I never did a Mercenaries 2 playthrough. When GTA 6 comes out, I'll still do playthroughs. It just won't be as common because I'll be focusing a lot on GTA 6, but I'm still doing them. What do you mean, Menace? Thank you, Dwevi. help the plane fly a lot faster this. Oh yeah, Rodriguez here, he's shooting flares. Oh. I don't want to knock Rodriguez off here. Drop. Okay, what's your PSN again, Dillingham? I'm sorry, I just have something to pull up my friends list. I'm just trying to remember everybody's PSN always. I played some of the Uncharted games when I was a kid, but I never finished either of them. I never really owned any of them. I played demos and the multiplayer betas. Okay. Wait, are you in the session? Dylan, I don't see you in the session. Okay, Aiden, invite me if you need help selling. No, it's from Modern Warfare 2. Oh, just feel free to join my session then, Dillingham. Okay, and just sell the business because I'm less than half a mile away. I'm pretty much there. I'm outside, you can just sell. Yeah, but most people just refer to room 39 though, I don't know. I'm not a phone, experto, Blinded Eagle. Try restarting your phone. Maybe that'll help. And the cartel business is gonna come out soon, or a few weeks, whenever it drops from that, hangar. Oh, your phone screen is near broken? You might be able to get a trade-in offer, though, still. Even if your phone screen is broken, you still might be able to trade it in. Oh, you just joined? Okay, I can, Aiden, can you invite Dylan right after this sale? And then, when I'm done helping Aiden, I can help you, Dylan. How do you know that, Minifig? My favorite Hitman Blood Money mission? Probably the, either the Opera or the Las Vegas mission. The first Las Vegas mission. I have over 1,300,000,000 on GTA. It's okay, Casey. I seen the first one a long time ago, I didn't see the second one. Thanks to your guys, I'm now a GTA millionaire. Thank you, the LMC guy. Thanks, dude. What do you play on? PlayStation 5? Well, at least trade it in, because even if it's worth just $50, you get $50 for a broken phone. I don't really know much about the Armenian Mafia. I know that they appear in GTA 5 in like a few contact missions, but other than that, I don't really know much anything about them. Nah, I stopped listening to the radio in GTA 5 for years. GTA 7? Not for over another decade. I probably should have hit this one here first. Yeah, but Minifig, not everybody has the same, drops, though. Do I have a cold? I hear you sniffing. I'm a little sick today, yeah. Thank you, Zombie Fanatic. if you're solo, but maybe the street dealers be better, Rogue. But if you're gonna use the street dealers, make sure you only sell one business to them a day. The one that they because the street dealers swap out every day, and there is some of the dealers prefer specific items, and they'll pay you more for them. I think it's a cold. I have a sore throat. I know about that, Johnny, and I actually talk about that in my video. Oh, I'm sorry. I lost my track of thought. I was a bit confused, Minifig. I'm sorry. Oh, okay, that was the only one. Dylan, do you need help selling anything? Invite me then, if you do, and I'll help you. GTA 5, this game. Not really Luca, but they have them. It was online a long time ago, Chase. You know, probably around 10 years ago. Wait, this was, Wait, didn't Dylan need help selling? Dylan, I'm sorry, I thought I was joining Dylan's MC. Dylan, do you need help selling? What's your question, Aki? Maybe Scarface? That's another game where you sell businesses a lot. Wait, Dylan, what's going on? The meth and cocaine business. Okay, hold on then. I'm gonna help Dylan, because I promised I would help Dylan next. I'm sorry, Caliber. And if you guys could stay here and still keep helping Caliber sell, I'll, Dylan, invite me. Oh, okay, Minifig. Invite me, Dylan, and I'll help you. Yeah, he is, Lewis. He actually kind of looks similar to him, too. Dylan, what's going on? Oh, okay. Just invite us to the MC, and we'll just join that also and drive over there. Thank you, Anthony. I never played Star Wars Outlaws, so I don't know. What was that about? I think that was probably an accident. Thank you, Zach. I'm fine, but I'll do the stream like normal here. I'm not that sick. It's just my throat hurts me a bit. That's what that's the issue. But I do appreciate you guys asking about my health, but it's mostly my throat that hurts me a little bit. Oh yeah, we need at least one more person. Can you invite a few more people, Dylan? We need one more person at least. I heard about that the voice actor of Rubio passed away. Wishing you a speedy recovery. Thank you. I'm not gonna get into the politics, Blinded Eagle. I just don't want to speak on that stuff. Thank you, Stan, Chebalak, for subscribing. I don't really want to get into that. Also, Josane, that'll be a long discussion. If I'm gonna play another Assassin's Creed game, it'll be Assassin's Creed 1, which I've wanted to do a playthrough of that again. Not really that I can remember, Aki. Okay, let's do it. I'm ready for the sale, whenever. I like all kinds of sushi. So almost every kind of sushi I like. Yeah, I'm ready. Spec Ops The Line is on my list of games to do a playthrough. People have asked for that one. Yes, I'll play that one too. No, I think there will still be a summer DLC too. Most of the cones in the middle of the street. That's kind of weird. I have never hated any GTA game. I've always liked all of them. Maybe Zombie Fanatic, but it's mostly the IRS and the ATF that need to be fixed. Dixie Mafia? I'm assuming that's a Southern Mafia then. But no, I've never heard of it. I've never heard of that show either. Hey Pro, reason I don't join anymore. Some loser hacked into my social club account, got me reset. I was ranked 3,000 to 3.25 billion. My 11 years of progress are gone. Oh my god, it's horrible, true evil. I'm sorry, dude. Have you tried to contact Rockstar support? Are they able to do anything? Well, Rockstar support, you know, pretty incompetent, but... and QC. If you rent out a floor to these tech supporters, you're gonna get in a heap of trouble. That is the best line you said, Patrick. Well, you're talking about my video where I was talking about how to basically stop the scammers, and it was mostly about tech support scammers. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, True Evil. I am optimistic, but a little concerned at the same time. But to answer your point, QC, that is, the Indian government could easily stop the majority of these scams. All they basically need to do is they need to go after the landlords of those office buildings. That's it. And once they do that, all the scams will stop. Because the vast majority of those scammers in those call centers, they don't own the building where they're calling from. They're renting out a floor, an office space. And the thing is, the landlords who own the building, they know very well that the guys who are using that office are scammers. They definitely know, because if you own like a really big building, right, and you're renting out an entire floor in your building to, like, you know, some company, you're gonna want to know what they do. And so these landlords, they definitely, in India, they definitely know that these guys are not real companies, they're fake companies, and they're scamming. The landlords 100% know that they're renting out the floors to scammers. They just don't care. The scammers probably pay them even more than regular companies will, because the scammers are making so much money from the scams. So the landlords look the other way. So all the Indian government needs to do to basically stop the scams, they need to pass a federal law, affects every single state in India. And the law basically says that if a landlord is found to be renting out a floor to scammers, they're gonna suffer massive fines, like really, really big fines. And these fines are gonna be like even more than like a year's rent that they would get from that building, anyways. So like giant fines. And if they still don't comply, that the government takes the property away from them. That's it. And if you put that law in where the landlords are gonna get punished for renting out the scammers, no landlord is gonna. If the punishment is so great, the fine is so great, no landlord is gonna want to risk doing business with scammers, and so they are gonna evict all of these guys, just throw them out really quickly. So that's that is the solution. That's basically all they need to do to fix that. Is just make a law punishing the landlords who rent out the floors to scammers, and they will throw them out really quickly. Can I ask a question Reddit online? Sure, what's your question, Sayak? The scammers can still work from home? Sure. But most scammers do not have a big enough building that they're able to run these giant call centers from. So it's not going to end all scams, but it would stop the majority of them. Thank you, Menace.
You closed that?
Thank you, dude. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I will, Anomalous. Why don't you defend Rockstar and Take-Two? After all, when it comes to copyrights, all GTA games are their intellectual properties. They have the right to shut down modding projects and remakes. Here's what I'll say about this. Nobody is questioning whether they have the right to do that. They definitely have the right to do that. So, like, they have the right to do that. The question is it right, if that makes sense? Is it moral? Because just because, here's the thing is, just because you can do something does not mean you should. And just because something is legal to do does not mean that it's an okay thing to do and that you're immune from criticism. So, does Rockstar have the right to, you know, and Take-Two Interactive have the right to take down these channels for copyright? Sure, they have the right. But I also have the free speech, and I have the right to criticize them and make videos calling out Rockstar and Take-Two for this. So I have that right as well. And what I will say about this also is, I run a business, right? I have two rental properties, and both of my rental properties, the leases on both the properties are going to expire in July. Now, what I could do is I could go and raise the rent in July if I wanted to. That's technically my right, it's my business, but I'm not going to do that. And the reason I'm not going to do that is because I have good tenants, I take care of them, we have a good relationship, we're friendly with each other. There's no need for me to make the relationship toxic, and I'm not greedy. And that's it. So that's basically it. So just because you have the right to do something doesn't mean you should. So I'm going to keep the rent the same when I renew the lease with them in July. So just because, you know, you have the right to do something does not mean you should do it. That's basically what I'll say about it. Hi, 84 King. If someone were to delete your GTA Online account, would I still play GTA Online? No. I probably would give up and wait until GTA 6. I would be like, no, I'm not doing all of this again. I'm new to Reddit Online. Is there a way to earn gold faster aside from daily challenges and stranger missions? Also, what will be the best role to buy first? The best way to... if you want to earn more gold, all you basically gotta do is just wait down the timer until the last minute. The longer you wait, the more gold you'll make, Sayak. And the best role to buy first, Bounty Hunter. Because with Bounty Hunter, you get gold. It's the only role that gives you gold, is Bounty Hunter. If the lease expires, what will you do then? Just sign and create a new lease. Keep the same rent. There's no need to, you know, there's no need to raise the rent. I'm not greedy, and on top of that is my tenants are good people. So I'm just gonna, you know, when the lease expires in July, I'm just gonna basically say, like, you know, I'm keeping the exact same rent if you guys want to sign another year with me. So I don't do that. I didn't raise rent last year, and I'm not doing it again. Here we go. UNTG helped me reach 60 million in GTA Online. Thank you, Cam. The Professional Griefer, #1 cargo griefer. There's a guy on YouTube with that name. Yeah, he sounds like a loser. You know, the Professional Griefer. Like, you know, who has a name like that? That sounds stupid. Like, don't you have anything better to do than, like, just be toxic on a video game and just harass players? Bro, what causes landlord-tenant issues? A variety of factors. I have had no issues with both of my tenants right now, because I have 2 different tenants. I have no issues with either of them. But the biggest, I would say the biggest issue with landlord-tenant relationships, the biggest issue is not paying the rent on time, because I've had that happen before. And the thing about this is I've never charged anybody a late fee. I've never done that before. I've had tenants I've had tenants before in the past. Like, so if a tenant is like 1 or 2 days late on the rent, I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it. I'm not even gonna text them. But if it's like a week at that point, then at that point I'll be like, hey, what's going on? Is everything okay with the property? That's generally what my response would be. But the thing is, though, is that I had this millionaire couple, like rich people, that actually rented out my house. And a few people have heard me tell this story before, but the rich couple, they owned houses in multiple states. So they had a house in Portland, Oregon. They had a house in Montana, Wyoming. I think it was Idaho too. And they were like expanding, going out east, and they came to my state in the Midwest to expand their roofing business because they had like over 100 something workers. And what happened is, with their so they had plenty of money. They were millionaires. They wanted to set up a business in my town, but they didn't want to buy another house here. So I guess they were just renting in that time. And what happened is the millionaire couple, I knew they had money. These guys had like over 100 workers. They had millions of dollars, houses in multiple states. And what happened is the millionaires were actually the worst tenants, where it was like every single month, it would be like the rent would be delayed by like a week. So like a week, the rent would be late, and I would just text them and be like, hey, what's going on? And she would text me back. She's like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm on a business trip in Montana. I'll take care of it when I get back. Like, it was always that. And the thing is, these were my first tenants, so I didn't really know how to basically stand my ground and talk to them. But if I had that situation happen to me again, I would basically say, nope, that's it, late fee. Like, I would give them one warning, and I would tell them, after a week, like, this first time, I'm not giving you a late fee, but if you pull this again, I'm giving you a late fee. I don't care if you're on a business trip in Montana. I'm running a business too. It does not work like this. You can't just live in my house and, and not pay me rent. You can't do that. You can't say I'm on a business trip every single time. If I bought a roof from your company, and you build a roof on my house, and then I told you, like, I delayed the payment by like a week, oh, I'm sorry, I'm on a business trip. No, that would not fly. They would be really pissed off and upset. So that was what I got a bit pissed off about that. But can't they just wire you the money? They do wire me the money. That's how they always pay. They always pay through wiring the money. But they would always just say, we're on a business trip in Montana. They would always just say that. So they never paid me cash or check. It would always wire to my account. But it was so frustrating and it was annoying. Okay, Dilla, just invite me to the next business whenever you're ready. Why are you arguing against GTA Plus? Rockstar's been updating GTA Online for years, over 41 DLCs. Developers should be paid, so it's an optimal subscription. How do you know that the developers are being paid for that through GTA Plus? How do you know that that it's not the bosses, like the CEOs, that are reaping most of the money? Because the developers were being paid regardless of when GTA Plus was a thing or not. And also, I've heard this argument before. People, when GTA Plus first came out, and I made videos criticizing it, there was people that were basically talking crap to me, and they were saying to me that I'm stupid, and saying that that GTA 6 is going to come out quicker because of GTA Plus, and we're going to get more GTA Online updates. The updates are going to be bigger, and this is going to help, help GTA Online grow. And let me ask you, the chat guys, when did GTA Plus come out? It was 2021 or 2022. When was it? What year was GTA Plus? Was it 2021 or 2022? Can anybody tell me in the chat? 2022. Okay, and let me ask the chat now this. Let me ask everybody in the chat now. Have the updates on GTA Online become bigger ever since GTA Plus came out? Like, have the updates become bigger and had more content in them since GTA Plus came out? Have they become bigger? What does the chat think? Have the updates gotten bigger since GTA Plus? Dude, oh, come on. I know you're not a griefer, you're just messing around, but I mean, come on. Yeah, so right there, Cafe, you see, your entire argument is falling apart at that point. This was just a lazy move. They were just they put in GTA Plus charging a monthly subscription. The updates have not gotten bigger. We haven't gotten GTA 6 quicker. The updates have actually gotten smaller and more lazier over time. And here's the thing is, if GTA Plus was a subscription, like right at the start of the game, so like when the game came out in 2013 on PS3, right? And if they had GTA Plus back then, it would not have been that much of a big deal as it is now. Okay, yeah, you know, people would have still been upset, but it would not have been that big of a deal. But then, what happens is, they released a subscription service for a game 11 years later. 9 years later, I'm sorry. So 9 years later, they released a subscription service for the game, after 9 years. Tell me that that's not stupid. I mean, come on, dude. GTA Online 40 times in the Roll DLC. Is that how many DLCs GTA Online has had? Thank you, Agent Reaper. I understand your point of view. I'm not a hater. I like your content. I just defend Rockstar regarding taking down the modders and GTA Plus. My personal opinion. Well, why though? I'm not saying you're a hater. I'm not saying that you're a troll. But my question is like, why? Like, why go that extra step to defend Rockstar? Like, I don't get that. Like, why defend Rockstar over something like GTA Plus? Like, defending a company that doesn't care about you at all. So, like, I'm not insulting you when I say this. I just don't understand why people feel the need to, like, defend Rockstar over stuff like this. Dylan, can you invite me to the next business? Yeah, Mr. Hopkins, I'll play Condemned, I just don't know when. Did you get my email? When did you send me the email, Michelle? When? Thank you, Agent Reaper. Oh, I didn't see your super chat. I'm sorry, Sayak. Let me look. Just because you can do it doesn't mean you should. Applies to Cornwall, your rental agreements, Rockstar Games, Franklin Clinton. Great advice, bro. Thank you, Sayak. Thank you for the super chat. Well, yeah, this is what I will say about this, is that a lot of times people say, oh, and it's not just applying it to Rockstar. It's not just applying it to Rockstar. It's applying it to really any type of situation. You know, people will say, oh, I have the right to do this. Like if they're doing something bad, but they have the right to do it. Like, it's not necessarily illegal, because there's something called morals. And regardless if something is legal or not, just because you have the right to do something and something is legal to do, does not mean it's morally right to do it. You can still do it. Sure, you're not going to get punished for it, but it doesn't make it necessarily morally right. And the thing is, the same people who say, I have the right to do something, and then they get all pissed off when people call them a scumbag, well, you can say to those people, you might have the right to do this, but I have the right as my free speech to criticize you and call you a scumbag. And so that's basically it. So, like, you know, some guy might, some guy, what he might do is he might, like, screw over his employees, something like that. You know, like, for example, like, his employees work really hard, and he doesn't give them a raise at the end of the year. Even though they've worked really hard, they've went above and beyond, and the boss can just say, oh, it's my right not to give you a raise. And I can say, you know, sure, it might be your right not to give your employees a raise, but it's my right to call you a scumbag and say that you're a piece of shit, excuse my language. So that's basically it. So, like, whenever I hear that argument, people say, oh, it's my right to do something, well, I will just say to them, it's my right to criticize you and call you a scumbag. That's it. And I'm not calling you a scumbag, Cafe, but I'm just saying that in general is, there are people who, like, defend really immoral actions, really bad things, and they always say, oh, it's my right to do something. It's my right to do this and that, or blah, blah, blah. Well, I don't care if it's your right to do something. Just because it's your right to do something doesn't make it morally right. Well, yeah, it's a free country. It's your rights. Thank you, Agent. I'll take a look at it a little bit later, Michelle. It's simple. It's called being grateful. They've been giving us free DLCs for over 10 years. Even Ubisoft, for instance, couldn't do that with Legion Online or CD Projekt with Cyberpunk Online. Let me ask you this. It's called being. You said it's called being grateful to Rockstar. How grateful should the Reddit Online players be to Rockstar? How grateful should they be to Rockstar when Reddit Online did not even last for 3 years? You say that they've given content for 10 years. The only reason they've given content on GTA Online for 10 years is because they've made so much money from it. And yes, I do appreciate the free content that they've made on the game, but you also have to remember this: if Rockstar was not making so much money from shark cards, they would not have made this all these DLCs they made right now. And then they, at the same time, as they screwed over the Reddit Online players because Reddit Online was not generating them as much money as GTA Online. So you can be grateful to a developer, but also criticize them. It doesn't make Rockstar immune from criticism. My favorite Star Wars film, Episode 4. Yeah, I would like to see it where you can change the cell missions. I'd like to see something like that too. Since you said that the Cold War had proxy wars, what is a proxy war? A proxy war is basically where two countries are fighting against each other, and they're using, instead of fighting each other directly, they're actually supporting different factions. So, like, I will say, do you know what a perfect example of a proxy war is? A perfect example of a proxy war is the Syrian Civil War. It's a perfect example of one. The Russians supported the Assad regime. The U.S. supported rebels. And some of these rebels were good. Some of them were fundamentalists, extremists, terrorists. So both sides in Syria, both the Russians and the Americans, were supporting bad people in the Syrian Civil War. So that's a perfect example of a proxy war. Up here. Vietnam also counted as a proxy war, yes. U.S. are mostly supporting the Syrian Democratic Forces, maybe. But the thing is, though, is that when you see things online, like you see videos of like ISIS, for example, with like Javelin missile launchers, and you're asking yourself, how did ISIS get Javelin missile launchers? It's obvious it was the CIA and some CIA training program. I don't think they were intentionally arming ISIS. I don't think they were intentionally doing that. What I think probably happened is they probably had a bunch of different rebel groups, and they didn't know who all these rebel groups were, or they didn't bother to research them, and they probably said, oh, they're fighting Assad, so that means that they're good, and then they just decided to just throw a bunch of weapons around and give it to all of them, and some of them turned out to be terrorists. That's probably what happened. But yeah, that's a perfect example of a proxy war, is what happened in Syria. No, this is just a truck for the mission. Oh, I played 50 Cent Blood in the Sand. I love that game. What do you think of video game analysis that think that GTA 6 should be $100? I think they're idiots, and I'm actually gonna video of this week coming up talking about that. I answered you, Pro, by the way. Let me look. Rockstar stopped updating. Let me read here. Rockstar stopped updating Red Dead Online because players didn't buy gold bars, unlike GTA players with shark cards. Either ways, Rockstar gives us the choice, grind or buy, so I understand Rockstar. You do realize that GTA Online, Rockstar were actually planning on abandoning GTA Online in 2015. They were. But the Heist update actually became so successful that that so many players got on the game, and they made record profits with shark cards, that they started developing more content for the game. If Rockstar hadn't given up on, Rockstar had not given up on Red Dead Online, they could have made successful updates, and I don't think the player base would have ever surpassed GTA 5, but I do think they could have had a decent amount of players where they could have made plenty of money from gold bar sales. So, Red Dead Online failing isn't the player's fault, it's Rockstar's fault. And if you think, and I know what you're gonna say, Red Dead Online was probably not gonna be profitable. Well, guess what? There are 2 other open world online games that were failures when they launched. But the developer did not give up on them and still kept working. And one of them is Fallout 76. Now, when Fallout 76 came out, that was a bigger disaster than Red Dead Online when that came out. Way bigger disaster. They had a way worse situation than Red Dead Online did. They had, at least Red Dead Online worked, where Fallout 76 was a buggy mess. But I have to give props to Bethesda, because Bethesda did not give up on Fallout 76. They could have just abandoned it and said, yep, we're not going to make any more money from this, time to pull the plug. But they didn't do that. And now, look at this, almost 6.5 years later, they're still updating the game. They're still putting work into the game, and in March, there's the Ghoul update coming out where you get to play as a Ghoul, and they're listening to fan feedback. I hope they add a playable Super Mutant next. So I'm excited, to play the DLCs. I actually like playing the game, and I think it's a good game now. They fixed a lot of the stuff, they've added content, and it's great. And the other game is Crime Boss Rockay City, which is kind of a semi-open world game. But Crime Boss Rockay City was a disaster when it came out in April 2023. But now it's like a year, almost 2 years later, the developer did not give up on the game, and they have a whole year of free content. Next month they're adding Chinatown, a new district to Rockay City. In March they're adding crossplay, and then they're adding some really big heists this year too. So basically is, developers, if they don't give up on the game and they put their heart and soul in it, I think that any game, no matter how bad it is, can be fixed. If the developer really puts their heart and soul into it, I think that they can really turn any game around. But it was like, the perfect example would be like Red Dead Online. It had so much potential. And the thing is, Red Dead Online had even way more potential than Fallout 76 and more potential than Crime Boss Rockay City combined. But the developer did not even bother. Like, they had a product in front of them that could have made them so much money, and they just basically said, "Oh, we're giving up. That's it." And also, I really hate this stupid argument that I hear from people when people say that. People oftentimes say, "Oh, Rockstar doesn't have enough developers. They needed the extra developers to run GTA Online, and they needed more developers to make GTA 6." You know what my answer to that is? You want to know what my answer to that is? My answer is, they are a multi-billion-dollar company. If you do not have enough developers to run both GTA Online and Red Dead Online, hire more people. That's it. Hire more people. Literally, you could have hired more people and made Red Dead Online more profitable, but it's such corporate greed. And it's like Take-Two Interactive is such a greedy company, and Rockstar should be ashamed of themselves for what they did to their employees too. Because my problem has always been with Rockstar, the company itself, but it's never been with the employees, like the average video game developers. I don't really have any issue with them. And about the average GTA developers and Red Dead developers, do you guys remember 6 years ago when Red Dead Online was coming out, and there was all of those reports that were coming out that the GTA Online or Red Dead Redemption developers were being overworked. Like, they were working 6-7 days a week with barely any breaks, and they were just being pushed to make deadlines for Red Dead Redemption 2. And I really hope they don't do something like that with GTA 6, but they're probably going to do it. And the thing is, I can wait. I don't mind if GTA 6 gets delayed by a couple months, even a couple years, if it means that it doesn't destroy the mental health of the employees and the workers that are working there. But that's the thing, is this company is just gonna push their workers to their limits. It's disgusting. Does anybody have a heist ready? By the way, I'd like to help with a heist. Tiflam, thank you, Sky. Thank you, Sky, for the super chat. Thank you, dude. No, Red Dead Online is done. They're never gonna come back to it. Like, they've abandoned the game for 3 years, and they've lost so many players in that time. They're not gonna come back to the game after, like, you know, almost 4 years at this point, and they're gonna say, oh, we're gonna start making big updates again. It's not gonna happen. The police raided a scammers in the Philippines. That's good. Anyone need help with a heist? Invite me. I'll help you. Would I want it to happen? Red Dead Online get more updates? Sure. Yeah, I'd love it, but it's not going to happen. Okay, Raccoon. It's like people saying devs complaining about being overworked are stupid because they make a lot of money. It doesn't mean that they should be overworked to the point of death. Yeah, and it's... I will tell you, there was... The thing is about, there's a YouTuber that I watch called Angry Joe Show. And the thing about Angry Joe is that Angry Joe, like, there a couple years ago, there was this massive controversy on the Angry Joe show, and on that, basically how the whole controversy started is he made a video, and you're welcome, Cafe, it's okay. Angry Joe made a video a couple years ago, and in the video, he basically said, I'm taking a 2-month vacation, guys. That's what he basically said, and what happened is, that entire video, when it was when dislikes were still a thing, the video was just mass disliked, and all the comments on the video were just really toxic and just really negative towards Angry Joe. And people in the comment section were saying, "What do you need a vacation for, Joe? You play video games every single day. Like, you don't need a vacation. Like, where are the reviews? It's like, we want more angry reviews and stuff." And the comments were just so toxic. And I was just like looking at this, and I was like, my God. I was like, are people not understanding? And it's like people were leaving comments saying, "Oh, you make a lot of money, Angry Joe. You don't need a vacation." It doesn't matter if he makes a lot of money. The guy deserves a break. And those angry reviews that he makes, about those angry reviews, he has to get costumes together. He has to record the entire video, make a script, get his friends together, and not everybody's schedule is going to be the exact same. So sometimes people are going to have different schedules at different times. So he has to get all his friends together, get costumes, write a script, record the video, edit the video, create the thumbnail. This is a process that can take months for a single video. And it's like, the people in the comments were just being so unreasonable, and like, I understood Angry Joe. Like, and the one thing I respect about Angry Joe is that Angry Joe did not back down. He didn't, even though most people were being negative to him, he did not back down, and he basically said, "I'm taking a vacation, I'm exhausted, I need some time off, that's it. I've worked really hard on these videos." And that's the thing, is people look at like YouTubers, and they basically think that YouTubers have the easiest job ever, that all they do is just play games. And Angry Joe is a much harder job than me. I'm not complaining about my job. I love what I do on YouTube. It's, there's not anything else that I would prefer doing over this. So this is a much easier job than what I've done in the past when I did retail. But when people think that like that if you have what Angry Joe said makes perfect sense. Angry Joe said, if you make a 20-minute video, people think it takes 20 minutes to make. And he's completely right on that, is that just because the video is 20 minutes long, does not mean that the video takes 20 minutes to make. Sometimes some projects can take months to make. And that's what it is. People need to be patient, and they need to be a little bit more understanding at the same time, too. YouTubers,
softly approach. With the only crew I know who can speak so little and still make so much noise. But here's hoping. The key to this whole job is
let me, turn off Lester's voice here for a second. But what I was saying is that YouTubers, if YouTubers do not post a video every single day, their channels are less and less likely to get recommended by the algorithm. And so that's why YouTubers feel pressure to basically release a video every single day because of that. And so sometimes the videos aren't going to be the best quality, but they're just trying to release something every single day just so that the algorithm can at least pick them up.
You try out your stun gun yet? This is going to be your best friend. It'll overload the circuits on any CCTV camera or metal detector it hits. They recover after a while, so as far as security is concerned, it was just a temporary outage. But it's enough for you to get past.
My hockey mask like glitched into my... Yeah.
Head through the door to the staff lobby.
I would say Majima, Humberto. I like Kiryu too, but I think I like Majima a bit more. No, I don't really think
That's it. Shorted. Quickly, get through.
I wouldn't...
Detector's up ahead. You'll need to find the fuse box on the side of the unit. Take it out with a stun
I
gun.
wouldn't say that I feel burnt out from video games. It's more that I
CCTV ahead. The stun gun should disable the camera for a while.
it's more I feel burnt out not from video games, but if I play the same video game over and over. That's why I needed to take a break from GTA. Like when I took a break from GTA, it was like 3 years ago, and I didn't play GTA for like a year. I needed that break. I still did other content, and I played other games, but I just did not want to keep doing GTA over and over. It's the same thing constantly.
Today's takings are stored near where you are. It's up to you, but might be worth a detour. It's a two-room system. One of you needs to hold the access button in the security room.
And by me taking a break from GTA for like a year, I was able to actually fully enjoy the game when I came back a year later because I hadn't played it in some time. So.
Alright, that camera just went down. It'll be back online soon. And remember, if you bring down too many at the same time, they'll hit the alarm. Easy as that. Remember,
I think you should take a vacation to Hokkaido. I've always wanted to take a vacation to Hokkaido. I did. Hokkaido in Japan, I've wanted to for a long time.
Or go old school and time your run. You're so close. See that security checkpoint? The man trap is just beyond it.
But basically, about Hokkaido, about Japan specifically, is I would love to take a vacation in Japan. I always wanted to see Japan. But the one thing I'm scared about visiting Japan is I'm scared about doing something to accidentally offend people. That's what I'm scared about, because there's a lot of Japanese customs, and I've watched so many videos on like Japanese customs and stuff like that, but I'm scared that I would screw something up. Like, I'm scared I would mess something up. Not like intentionally, by accident. Because the culture is very different, and some things that Americans can do can really offend people. So that's just one thing I've been a bit nervous about too. But you know, if I didn't watch, and thank God I watched those videos on what not to do in Japan, because you know what one thing I would have done that would have accidentally offended people is I would have probably given a tip, because apparently in Japan it's considered offensive to give a tip, and I would generally give like 20 to 25% tips for service. I generally do that, and so I would, yeah. Thankfully I watched those videos on that, but.
Everyone needs to get inside so we can close the first door and then open
Okay,
the second.
swipe.
We need one person with a vault key card at each terminal. Let's go. Get everyone inside the man trap now. I can keep the first door open.
In my country, in America, it's considered rude if you don't tip. But in Japan, it's considered rude if you do tip. So it's like the complete opposite. But Raccoon, when we get inside the vault, do not get anything in the middle. Leave everything in the middle for the end. Get everything in the cages first, then we will get everything in the middle at the end. And get everything in the right side cages. I'm getting everything in the left side. So left side is for me, you get right side.
For you down there, but trust me, it's about to get a lot more special on the other side of that door. Break out the laser drill, let's do this! The lock mechanism should melt like butter.
Thank you for the super chat. Do you have a Heist Blinded Eagle?
Don't rush. If you push the drill too hard, it'll overheat. We're not on a
What if your income is not exactly high? Do you still have to tip?
Number 2 done. That's just free.
It really depends. It really depends on where you're going. If you go to any kind of fast food restaurant in America, you don't tip, and don't tip at self checkouts too. Don't do that. It's a scam. Um,
Good, that's the left side taken care of.
places where you tip in America are typically places where you get some kind of individual service, like a waiter in a restaurant. Somebody comes up to you at a restaurant, takes your order. If you what's the other thing? Like maybe at like a hotel, you know, somebody giving you really good service at a hotel. Maybe that you'll tip for that too. Food deliveries, tip that for that.
Did somebody say diamonds?
But generally,
Right there on the cards.
generally when it comes to America, it's generally like 15 to 20% tip typically. If the service is like okay, then like 10%. If the service is like really good, you know, you can give like 20 to 25%. But if the service like sucks, if it's like absolutely terrible, don't give a tip at all. So if the service is just the absolute worst, don't even give a tip. That's always been my policy, at least me personally. So it's I generally give like a 15 to 20% tip. If the service is like you know, average, 10%. If it's like really above and beyond, 25%, and if it sucks, I don't give anything. They like tips, but they don't like loose cash. They want it to be in an envelope. Okay. And thank you, Sayak. GTA grew from 1997. Red Dead Redemption began 2010. No one could have made high money, but Rockstar got greedy. The reason for GTA Plus, GTA 6 delay, no Red Dead Online updates, no Red Dead Redemption 2 DLCs, bad remasters of iconic Rockstar games is just greed. Yeah, and remember the amount of games that Rockstar used to release in the past? They don't do stuff like that anymore. Thank you, Sayak. When you're done there, get F when you're done there. And then get B afterwards. Get B now, get B. It's too late to get F, get B.
40 seconds. Before the failsafe alarm, so make the most of it.
At 15 seconds, leave.
20 seconds. Perfect. Now
Get all of this here too.
Gas incoming. 10 seconds. Time's up. The alarm is set to go.
Okay, here we go.
In and out undetected. Who would have thought it?
Hey Pro, what is your favorite food Romanian? Thank you, Florin George. I don't know, I haven't... I don't know if I've ever had Romanian food, but it would probably be pierogies. Pierogies are in a lot of countries. I'm pretty sure they're in Romania, too. What just happened? What just happened? Wait, what? Wait, what just happened? What? No, I saw your super chat. You had a heist ready, Blind Eagle. What just happened? We got out of the vault. What was that? What? I glitched out? What? Oh no.
What you doing? Hello? Excuse me.
Pierogies is mainly Polish. Pierogies are in a lot of Pierogies are in a lot of Eastern and Central European countries also. It's not just Poland. Like, a lot of countries have their own traditional version of pierogi, so it's not just Polish. But I don't know if Romania has a version of pierogies. I'm assuming they do, because a lot of countries in that region serve pierogies. But I haven't, I don't know if I've ever had Romanian food, though, dude. Thank you, Florin. It glitches out in the tunnel. That can happen? I didn't even know that can happen. What?
I don't want to hear your excuses. Goodbye.
Okay, I guess. And, Oh, okay, Blinded Eagle. Can you invite me, Raccoon, then? I can still help you with this heist. Just invite me. Just invite me, Raccoon. I'll help you with the heist again. In Russia, it's primarily, it's pelmeni or vareniki. In Ukraine, it's basically dumplings with meat or potatoes. So, like, yeah, a lot of countries have different names for it.
Are you blind?
But yeah, do you have a version of pierogies in Romania, Florin?
I thought we were getting started this week.
But I don't think I've ever had Romanian food. I don't think I've ever had it. That's the only thing I can think of, is that in Romania they also make pierogies as well. Yes, GTA Online will remain active after GTA 6. There's no way they're gonna shut it down. Yes, ramen helped feed Japan after World War II when Japan really needed food. Do you want to invite Blinded Eagle here, Shy Raccoon? Damn, why are these friends lists always so... Everything's so glitchy. Florin George, wait, let me look. What's the best? Okay, hold on a second. Let me invite, that will let, Blinded Eagle get an invite. Okay, here we go. Let's do it. Oh, do you want a fourth person? Raccoon, it's up to you. Whatever you want to do. It's your heist. Well, it's up to Raccoon because it's his heist. It's, he decides. The most complex character in Grand Theft Auto? Nico. I don't know, Cam. I haven't had a scammer to call in some time. The thing is, most of the scammers that I encounter are texting scammers. So like they don't want to call, and it's always a lot more fun when you call them and harass them and annoy them. But it's most of the scammers, they don't want to talk on the phone. They just text you and email you. Yeah, I know about the Liberty City mod ban situation. That I know about, yes.
Okay, so we're going in through the side door. I hope you brought your A game because you're not getting a warm-up. Drive over there. I'll be...
I cannot listen to Lester right now. Too annoying. I love your videos and I always play GTA. I don't just like public lobbies or have friends. Would you add me? Sure, Pandora, I can add you. Can you tell me what your PSN is? Thank you for the super chat. Okay.
TV camera or metal detector it hits. They recover after a while, so as far as security is concerned, it was just a temporary outage. But it's enough for you to get past. Your keycard is good for it. That's it. Head through the door to the staff lobby. Metal detector's up ahead. You'll need to find the fuse box on the side of the unit, take it out with a stun gun, and get through before it recovers. That's it. Shorted. Quickly, get through. Heads up. CCTV ahead. The stun gun should disable the camera for a while.
I'm destroying that camera in case it sees the bodies.
We should get away with that one, but take out one more camera and they'll know something's up. That's how we like it. You can't shoot down many cameras. It's the kind of thing security tends to notice. Alright, that camera just went down. It'll be back online soon. And remember, if you bring down too many at the same time, they'll hit the alarm. Remember, these people aren't idiots. The keycard's earning its keep, huh? Heads up, CCTV ahead. The stun gun should disable the camera for a while. Or go old school and time your run. Hey, before they go to the vault, today's takings are stored near where you are. It's up to you, but might be worth a detour. It's a two-room system. One of you needs to hold the access button in the security room, the other runs through and grabs the cash.
Okay, I can add you later, Pandora.
One step at a time.
Wall, did you just trip down the stairs?
Just listening to you. Okay, here we are at last, the lower level. Naturally, it's heavily guarded. Open sesame.
Get back, get back. The guard is coming. Get back. Get back, the guard is coming. I'll take care of him. Just everyone hide right now. Hide. Oh, he's going the other way. Okay. Okay, good work.
He's not ringing the alarm. You're so close. See that security checkpoint? The man trap is just beyond it. See that? That's your man trap, so pay attention. You'll have to swipe both vault keycards simultaneously at separate control panels. That unlocks the system, but even then, we can't open both the inner and the outer doors simultaneously. Everyone everyone needs to get in. Get everyone inside the man trap now. I can keep the first door open until you're set.
Okay, we have 4 people, so we can really take our time. Yes. I'm up for streaming Kane and Lynch to an Xbox.
So far, so bueno. Push on to the vault. Ah, looks like the guard at the vault room isn't there. Happy days. I know this is a special moment for you down there, but trust me, it's about to get a lot more special on the other side of that door. Break out the laser drill, let's do this! The lock mechanism should melt like butter. You just need to target the weak points. Don't rush. If you push the drill too hard, it'll overheat. We're not on a time limit until we're inside. That's disc 3. Good, that's the left side taken care of. Ah, what did I say about overheating? Keep a steady hand and drill gradually.
What, the stream's lagging?
Did somebody say diamonds? You should have. Right there, on the carts. Good news. Seeing as we stayed under the radar, we have a little more time here. Now, your hacker can block the security sensors while you're in the vault, but only for a while. If the system goes quiet for too long, it triggers the alarm as a failsafe. And, did I mention that if the alarm goes off in here, they'll flood the place with nerve agent? No? Okay, well, I'm mentioning it now.
Okay, should be easy. Should be able to clear out the whole vault, everything. I don't know how my mask is glitched into the hat. I don't even know how I got my mask on in this kind of weird. Oh, no, no power drills, okay. Well, there's gonna be a new director, I know that, Isaiah. No, I don't think PS5 was a disaster. Okay, we've got a really good take. $3.5 million, nice. That's fine. Well, a lot of people didn't want to upgrade the PS5. It's fine. There's still a lot of games that are still being made PS4 too.
Perfect.
Swipe.
People, that is the mother load! We cleaned them out! You really cleaned up down there, you know? They're not gonna know what hit them, except for the insurance bill.
Hey, there we are. Now run your checks, guys.
You know, if we pull this off, it'll be the crown jewel of my career. The hardest achievement on the console of life. You did good down there. This is gonna be a nice little payday, and a whole lot of smug satisfaction.
Oh no. Ooh. That was close, okay. Everyone in the elevator?
Listen up, we have bad news and good news. The bad news is they did a spot check on the vault, so they know it's been robbed. The good news is they have no idea who or how. The cops are on their way, but you can still make it out undetected if you do exactly what I say. If you're caught now, the shit really hits the fan. Quick and clean, very nice. The side doors are back through the staff entrance. You're almost there. Must be tiring running around with all that loot. Alright, the camera just went down. It'll be back online soon. And remember, if you bring down too many at the same time, they'll hit the alarm. I've missed this.
Okay, here. Nice. Okay, 3,700,000. Okay. Let's do it. Let's get out of here. Yeah, just message me on PSN, Agent Reaper. You don't have to hit the metal detector for that. You can just run out at the end. What the? It just went from night... What? Night to day to night? Did anyone just see that, or am I going crazy?
You should avoid the bulk of the cops this way. The only thing that matters is making it to your ride. Remember, they know
What?
the
Oh,
vault's been
crap.
hit, but they don't know who you are or where you are. They have patrols sweeping the whole place, and all the civilians have been evacuated. So if they see you,
Go straight for the cars. Don't even...
just stay
Yeah.
out of their way, keep your cool, and get to the buyer. The driver has the getaway car in position. I've pinged you the GPS.
What's your...
To the buyer. Don't bring the
What's your
cops.
PSN, young Mike? Diamonds. Diamonds were in the vault. My favorite approach is probably the big con with bug stars.
Alright, our decoy is online. The cops are confused as hell. Don't get seen near him, or the cops will figure out what we're doing. I've pinged your GPS for this tracker.
Oh, we have a decoy. Okay, good. Since we got a decoy, I'm just taking the highway straight there.
Just got word from the decoy. We don't have long before they have to tap out. Make the most of it. Alright, the decoy is out. You're on your own now.
Stay up here near Martin's house, and we should be able to lose the cops. There we go. Cops are lost.
Goes up in smoke. Lose the cops. What a night. Excuse me while I take a moment to bask in the glow of my own genius. Feel free to join me. This was the high point of a career full of nothing but high points. Lester Chris
Take the highway, guys. It'll get there quicker. Crap.
is win after all.
Maybe we'll be able to get Elite Challenge. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. Yeah, but the helicopter just makes things too easy. I at least like to drive out, like do a getaway, you know? A little bit more of a challenge to it. And I think that the most challenging thing is trying to get Elite Challenge with a car. That's the most challenging thing. Yeah, they were gonna close GTA Online in 2014 because it didn't have a lot of people, but you got to also remember that if they actually put in that work and read it online, it would have been more successful as well. Okay, 2 miles left. Are you gonna play the next gen mod? I'll probably wait a month to see just if Take-Two goes after other channels. If not, then I'll consider playing it. Do you guys think that YouTubers who play the Vice City Next Gen mod should be scared of getting strikes?
Jesus! What was that?
What the? Who the hell are you?
Hey, get out! This is private property!
Who would I say is more evil, Dimitri or Micah? Dimitri, yeah. I'll see you, Max. Take care, man. Did we get Elite Challenge? Let's see. Aw, 2 minutes off, okay. Why is Sleeping Dog's wedding different from GTA 4? Well, the wedding in GTA 4 was just you know, a drive-by, that, or the hitman, but in Sleeping Dogs it was an entire, like, you know, team of hitmen. I gotta mute my game here because of the copyright claim. Thank you, Orion Sun. Want to challenge balance the checkbook. Show your career stats, money earned versus spent. I try to balance it or profit when I'm bored. Uh, well, the thing about that, Tommy, is that's gonna be like impossible for me, and I'll show you why. Thank you for the super chat. I got this really annoying glitch. Let me show you guys this. So, my camera. So I got this really annoying glitch where it basically says that my overall income is minus like negative $1,520,000,000. But the reason that happens is because when you get up to like 2,100,000 something, that it always happens. So whenever anybody gets up to overall income 2,100,000,000 something, 2,100,000,000 something, it always goes negative. It always does that. So it's like, it's some kind of, people told me in the comments that some kind of integer problem with the integers, the numbers, the digits, that it's like, it cannot go any more than that, and then it just goes to negative when that happens. But that's what's so annoying, is I don't even know what my total overall income is. I guess I would have to subtract the 600 million, like, because it keeps going positive now, and then I could do that to figure it out, but it's annoying. Halo and Gears of War coming to PS5. Is State of Decay coming to PS5? That's one game I'm looking forward to. What, you gonna eat? I'm not sure yet, dude. What advice can you give to someone who wants to start a new YouTube channel? I'm assuming you want to do GTA content, but I would say to grow on GTA Online right now, it'd be very difficult, because GTA Online is past its prime. It's going to end service in a couple of months. It's not going to, like, go offline, but the last update is going to come out in summertime, so, like, 5 months from now. GTA 6, you have the most potential to grow on that one. GTA 6, you can definitely grow on that one. Here's one tip that I would give you. Stream, and make sure that your thumbnails for videos and streams are decent. They don't have to be, like, amazing, perfect, but decent, like catch people's attention, but don't clickbait. Another thing is, if you are streaming, get a webcam if you're streaming, because people, when they're watching streams, they generally like the webcam. And one of the worst things that people do when they stream, no webcam, no mic. Those streams are always going to be the least popular. So having a mic, more viewers. Having a webcam, even more viewers. Another tip that I can give you is, this is probably the number one reason that people like my streams. I'm not a funny guy, so I don't make jokes, I don't make people laugh on my streams, but the reason that people like my streams a lot is because I read comments, like your comment right here. I reply to comments, and I read as many comments as I can. So that's the biggest advice I can give you. People always ask me, what's my secret to my streams being so popular? Sometimes people come to my streams, they don't understand, they're like, you're not funny, so why are so many people watching? Well, it's because I read comments, and I answer comments, and I tell stories, I talk about things, and people generally like that. So that's the biggest advice I can give you if you're going to stream, is make sure you read comments. And if you are a new channel, you can pretty much read every single comment. So read every single comment. The only comments that I would ignore and, like, block are obviously, like, toxic comments. If there's, like, somebody coming in to, like, cause drama, it's not, like, an actual question, it's just something stupid, you don't have to answer that. But everything else, just reply to as many comments as you can. Answer them. You're the GOAT at GTA Online. Thank you, dude. Sadly, because of my health issues, the broken rib, and URI, as well as the lack of social interactions during my time in college, I became slightly more cynical, pessimistic, and bitter. I hope that everything works out for you, Orion. And if there's anything you're going through, you can always talk to me too. And there was that other guy that wanted me to add him. There's the guy in the super chat, I know that, but then there was another guy who wanted me to add him too. But I guess I will, I'll be wrapping up my stream here, guys. Thank you guys for Watch Pro for historical context and details. Thank you. Well, that's one thing I'm good at, is explaining things. Young Mike was one of them. Well, is Young Mike still here? I know it was Young Mike who was asking. if he's still here, I'll answer his comments if he's still here. You're the type of guy with amazing knowledge about GTA or games in general. Thank you. But I guess I will be going here, guys. Thank you guys for watching the stream. If you guys enjoyed the stream, do drop a like, and I will see you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys.